This is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance, and we are joined today by Gary Kovacic. He is the Mayor Pro Tem of the city of Arcadia, and like every one of the 480 cities in our state, you are facing a crisis, a water crisis. The governor has issued mandatory restrictions, but what's interesting about Arcadia is there's a blessing and a curse to living in a more affluent city, and that being larger property, more lawns, and so the restrictions may hit a little harder. Is that fair?
Yeah, we've been ordered by the governor to reduce water consumption by 25%. Last Tuesday, we adopted some additional restrictions to try to meet that goal. But you're absolutely right. There are some urban legends,
right?
Out there. One of those is that these big new homes waste water, and because they are required to comply with state-of-the-art water conservation measures, it's really a push there. But we do have big lawns. We have wide medians. And unfortunately, I think brown is going to become the new green as we move forward.
And let's talk about that. And I like that cliche, if I may say, because I wonder if we are getting to that point where we can appreciate California natives, where we can appreciate the beauty of those plants that really don't take as much water. Because look, although the Coachella Valley uses a lot of water, and we know that, the golf courses, there are certain communities behind those gates where they really effectively use California natives and drought-tolerant plants.
Right. Well, my wife has converted our entire front lawn to succulents. She still has to keep the peacocks out of her garden. But,
they like the succulents?
Well, they do.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
But you're right. We have to transition from the big lawns to something that takes up less water. And in fact, we've installed a demonstration garden at 2nd and Huntington in Arcadia to show folks what they can do. It's still attractive. It's not like living in the desert.
Of course.
Although I think we all live in the
desert. We
do.
I mean, look, this is semi-arid territory. We can't deny it.
But you can make an attractive transition from grass to something else.
And as you may know, the MWD, which is really the main wholesaler for this entire region, they are offering really generous rebates. They have another $100 million going into a rebate program. Or is Arcadia looking to work with the MWD or its residents?
Absolutely. In fact, several hundred of our residents have already taken advantage of that. We're now restricting watering on to Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Is that enough? I mean, some communities are going to just 2 days a week.
Well, it's a first step.
Right.
If it doesn't work, we'll go to 2 days.
Okay.
We've over the course of 1 year, we've reduced our consumption by a little over 9%. So we're going in the right direction.
Now, do you have an enforcement mechanism, though?
We do. We have an enforcement mechanism. We have
Is
fines.
it neighbors or is it water cops?
It's everything.
Okay.
It's a friendly neighbor.
Right.
It's code enforcement. It's a warning, then a citation. It's a tiered system of fining. But ultimately, if you don't cooperate in the conservation of water, then you're going to have to pay some fines.
I want to ask if you've heard from your constituents the frustration that the governor's plan focused exclusively on commercial and residential users and not on ag.
Yes, but we don't have a lot of ag in town.
No.
We have a big racetrack that uses water, but I think everybody knows that they're part of the problem and part of the solution. And most of the water is used by agriculture, but we're feeding the entire nation, the entire world. So I think we have to be reasonable in how we approach this.
So where do you go from here?
I take shorter showers. I don't let the water run when I brush my teeth or shave. I think we have to encourage our neighbors in Arcadia to conserve more water, to convince them it's a serious problem. And once our wide medians turn brown, they're going to realize that we're in it for the long haul.
His name is Gary Kovacic. He is the Mayor Pro Tem of the beautiful city of Arcadia, California. My name is Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us on Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.